cool. Let's kill this audio. All right, everyone. Welcome to Holy Umbrella. If you don't know what Holy Umbrella is, don't worry about it. No one does. No one is expected to know what's going on here today. We're right here in the middle of this Japan block. This is right where Holy Umbrella belongs. I am going to be asking you guys for a big favor, which is I would love to have some audience participation during this run. Effectively, this game has a narrative, but it sucks. And I promise you that whatever you come up with in your mind for what is going on at any point in time in this game is more interesting than what the game actually supplies to you narratively. So, what I want from the chat, and you can keep reminding people about this as we go if more people happen to filter in and are baffled by what's going on, I really want you to come up with your own narrative along the way. Ignore the text, ignore what it's telling you. You make up your own story for what's going on in the game, and I promise you, you will have a better time if you do this. I will have a better time, and we will get through this together, alright? So, this is Holy Umbrella. It was a Super Famicom game. It did not have a localized release. By Naxat Soft. If you don't know who Naxat Soft is, there's a good reason for it. They never released anything in America, aside from maybe Double Dragon 2 on the PC Engine. So, they are not a particularly reputable brand, and that's fine. So, there will be an umbrella, there will be a boy with an umbrella, and that's mostly all you need to know. I am playing this on the English translation patch just so that people will have more of an awareness of what's happening. You can, if you came here and you only care about the articles, you're going to get the narrative, you can see it, but I'm going to be mashing text to get through the text as fast as possible. So here we go, we're starting a new game. We're going to go ahead and call our guy Dave in honor of Dave Matthews. We're ready to get started here. This is going to be a cozy run, like an hour and a half long, you know? So, strap in, alright? Okay, I'm ready to go, Dave. Timer's going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so if you get the sound of me mashing my A and B buttons, that's what I'm doing most of this run to make the text go faster. Anytime text boxes come up, most of the time the text boxes come up, I'm pressing A and B, alternating with my fingers rather than mashing with my thumb, because I find that is just the fastest way to do it. So here we go. This boy is... I will give you actual narrative. This boy is in Japan, he finds an umbrella, and then the story begins. We're going to have a lot of narrative dump at the start of the game. The first, 20 minutes of this game are very text-heavy. So there's going to be a lot of things going on. But see, look, we've already found a tank. And we have to go ahead and try to touch the tank. Oh, well, we did it. And everything is just fine. Don't worry about it. So now we meet this dude. He has a hell of a throw because he just took that tank out from off screen, way off to the left. He's got shoulder pads. He tucks his pants into his socks. Really, you don't want to mess with this guy. And he's got his penguin companion. I don't really have anything to say about the penguin. We'll be seeing more of that penguin shortly. This is a good time to make fun of Dave and his dumb hat, his shorts, obviously his socks, and he just gave us a wonderful gift, but we don't need to talk about it. All right, and now you're going to move into actual gameplay, sort of. This is what you're going to see for bulk of the run is... it's sort of a platforming adventure game, and this is the sort of tutorial section where it teaches you how to jump over things, and that's what we did. We're going to be going up here and talking to this green man, and more mashing of text. Hey, there's our penguin buddy again. This might be a good opportunity to let everyone know that I could have run this in Japanese. I've played it enough times, unfortunately, that I do know where to go at any point in time. And you should, because it turns out if you play it in the original Japanese, it's about 10 minutes faster. That is how slow the text is crawling in this English translation. You lose 10 whole minutes over the course of the game. I only found that out a couple days ago, and the first time I played the Japanese version, I got the world record, so... Now I am, unfortunately, the Umbrella Master. Alright. So here we go, we've got actual platforming in this area, and I'm going to try to do something cool. Huh! I don't know how cool it looked. I promise you, it was more involved than... Oh! Wow, we got both of them. We're going to skip that. There's a treasure chest up there, but we're going to skip it. Don't worry about it. Alright. This is going to be the introduction to death warping in this game, which almost never happens, like, effectively in the run. But I'm going to take damage from people intentionally, pick up this brooch, which is going to give me the ability to glide with my umbrella, opening up some movement options for us. But we took that death warp, so we pop right back up here and get this chest. And now we're gliding. There we go. We've just unlocked the ability to use this umbrella. And we switch back to the penguin, and we're moving on. Moving on. We got through that screen. Now we're gonna meet our tank friend again, but now we're armed with an umbrella, so he can't stop us. Tank, you know, he bonked me. The tank is not free. Oh. Sure. 2 bonks. Wow. Alright. Now we're gonna get more narrative dump. Lots of narrative dump. So I invite you to, well, first we pay attention to that guy. He's got some bad gas or something. That's the only time we see his in-pain face. This game does look good, so I'll give you that. I would say that the only thing this game accomplishes correctly is that aesthetically it looks like some off-brand anime thing. Music is good, but it really falls apart when you build a game on a narrative that is just hyper-generic. It plays out very much like a Zelda game. Dave asked me to describe this, and I said it was like Zelda 2, but worse in every way. And I think that's more or less apt. The only thing it's got going for it gameplay-wise is umbrellas. Throughout the game, you're going to find treasure chests with health upgrades, armor upgrades, and attack upgrades, and we're just going to go out of our way to pick up this defense here. It cost me like 6 seconds to go get it, but I figure it's so early in the game that whatever I'm gaining from having that defensive boost is gonna outweigh the 6 seconds it cost me to go get it. And there's our extra heart. I did skip another heart. Don't worry about that. Now we gotta go meet that old man in his bedroom and have a conversation. He's going to give us his book report, tell us to finish the work for him. And he's going to tell his penguin to stay with us. So we saw the penguin again. Okay, that's it. We're going to get more text. I genuinely couldn't tell you anything else this company ever did. If you have experience with other Naxat soft games, you know, I think that would be a very niche thing to have experience in. All right, moving in this place is a little bit crazy. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna come up here and get some health for safety. Promise it's worth it. And I'm going to take a damage boost through an enemy. Lag reduction is a thing in this game. If there's ever, like, 4 or more sprites on the screen, it really can't handle it. No, we didn't get it. Alright, we're going to go the slow way. These platforms are on a cycle, and I bonked into that platform in a very specific way that caused me to not be able to make the cycle. Yeah, why would you cooperate with me? Also, the game has horrible hitboxes. Just absolute garbage. So we're gonna wait. We're just gonna wait. It's fine. Nobody needs to know. It's okay. So here's some lag. So it's way down there on that screen. So anytime that we're dealing with, like, coins or hearts on the screen, we want to grab those to try to clear them out of the screen. We'll absolutely take damage there. You can theoretically avoid that damage, but I think it's happened to me once. So yeah, you not only need money in the game for various reasons, so we want to get the coins anyway, but we want to clear them off of the screen because the game just really tanks and can't handle it. Let's see. I took damage. I'm down to 2 hearts. We talked about death warping earlier. Anytime you die in this game, you will restart at the beginning of whatever screen you died on. So there aren't a ton of consequences. It's only a consequence in terms of time loss, but it's not a major time loss as long as you use it in a intelligent fashion. So I'm going to dodge that bear. Good gorilla fight. I believe his name is Dondera Kong. The Dondera army is what we're dealing with. Yeah, so we started Holy Umbrella early for technical issues with the previous run, so anyone who was looking for Holy Umbrella and they're gonna come in late, I'm so sorry. This was your moment to shine, and you're gonna miss half the run. So we're getting more narrative. She's telling us that she can't send us back to Japan until we fight their army for them with our umbrella. So that's what we're gonna go do. I'm sorry, I'm here and I'm telling you about the actual narrative. I want you to be making up narrative. Okay. on our way out of town, we are going to go over to the church, and we are going to use this key she just gave us to get a new umbrella. That's right. It's not just a game about one holy umbrella, it's about several holy umbrellas. So now we've got a different umbrella. It's stronger, it's got ice powers, theoretically, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next place. But not before we get to meet our friend, the tank, again. Okay, so probably I'll take a death here. I'm gonna find out in a second. Yep. So it's random what attack pattern it gives you. That one, he was destined to do 2 damage to me. If he'd done that, I could have dodged it, but he didn't. So, that's okay. Alright. Tank's been defeated for the 3rd time. He's out of here. We gotta come up here and talk to this dude. Oh wait, this dude's not home, so we gotta talk to his daughter. So as you can see, this is how this game is going to function. It's going to alternate between those little platformer areas and this kind of, you know, Dragon Quest type overhead view thing where we walk around in towns and talk to people. I would not call it an RPG. I think it's tempting to do so, but it's more of an adventure game. But that's like making the same distinction about whether or not a Zelda game is an RPG. Alright. So that green-haired girl asked us if she could come along on our journey, and we said, yeah, sure. And then we come back and talk to this girl. Now that's good. Got home, so we're going to go talk to him. And we're going to go on a quest to find some tablets, which we need for the umbrellas to fight the army. His daughter wants to join us, and we immediately say, no way! Which is very strange considering how we just told some other girl that she could join us immediately. I'm not entirely sure why he makes that like distinction between the two. He's like, no, you can't join me. Anyway, we are heading off to the next platforming section. Back to the penguin. So in terms of like speedrun routing for this game, there are chests that, like, you basically make choices along the way about when you want to get specific chests. So in that screen there was a health upgrade over the left that I chose not to get, which didn't save that much time, but it saved some time. I didn't even talk about this yet, but you can see that in this, like, the core mechanic, what's happening in these sections is that you get to switch between your party members and on the fly by pressing the L and R buttons, which does give you some movement options. Oh, we got hosed. Oh, we got hosed. Okay. I don't believe that's something you can control. You just sometimes can't fit into that hole, which is just, you know, amazing programming. We just unlocked the ability to run, which is going to be fantastic in a second. We're going to switch to the boy, and now he can move like this. Jump. Alright. Switch back. So anyone who says that, like, one of the good things this game is doing is giving you, like, sort of movement options. Oh, by the way, this is a thing that the ice umbrella can do, is it can make those blocks. We'll get to that later, but now you know the ice umbrella can do that. And now we're invincible. I would make the argument the game is really no better than just a game that gives you the ability to unlock movement things and just give them to a single character rather than forcing you to switch between characters. I think it's like an extra step that doesn't really add anything to the gameplay. But hey, what do I know? Naxat did not hire me to make this. I gotta watch out for my health. I'm down to 1 heart. If I take a death, I'll feel real sad. The other portion of what's going on speedrun-wise is at no point are you going to get a health refill. Oh, and here's our tank friend again. But don't worry about it, this guy's just gonna one-shot him. So how you deal with health, I think, is the major speedrun variation. I don't think that there's randomness in the platforming sections, per se, but the hitboxes are so questionable that you are constantly bumping into things that you are not trying to bump into. Like, the reason I'm down to 1 heart is because I couldn't get into that little tunnel with my penguin. So, I'm down to 1 heart, and that's going to change my routing in terms of when I heal up. I can either take an intentional death somewhere, which will restore me back to 5 hearts, or I can stay at an inn, which will restore all of my hearts, but it's slow. Or I can buy a potion or a life gem to restore my health, which are also slow. At this point in the game, I've only got 6 hearts, so I'm going to go ahead and go back into that town because I need to... Oh, okay, we're going to experience a cutscene first. This girl is very insistent that she's coming with us, so she's going to come with us, and now we've got another party member. We keep saying no, and she says I'm not taking no for an answer, and then we say, okay, that's fine. Alright. Back into town real quick. It's on me. I left town a little too soon. He gave me another key to another church, to another umbrella. I don't think it really narratively explains why there are umbrellas scattered about all these towns, and why the keys to get those umbrellas are just in really random places, but it's fine. Now I've got the wind umbrella, and I am going to immediately take a death here to restore my health. Take me out. Just take me out, coach. Alright. So this girl's ability is to wall jump and slide. Both of those are awkward. Yeah, okay. You heard the kicking noise, and she just didn't actually kick, which is fantastic. That's what you should expect from this game. It's fine. Okay, we're coming here. We're gonna do this sweet move to get this chest down here. If you're playing this game normally, you probably would never find that chest. Oh! Nice try. Good. That movement's a little annoying because if you try to just wall jump across, you are at the wrong height and you just keep going back and forth. So you have to kind of like stutter your movement. So yeah, you can kind of see what's going to happen here, where I'm going to have sections where I keep switching between the characters. Wait. Yeah. So I want to keep jumping on these balloon things because if you're standing on them, it's slow. I'm also trying to grab those coins and those hearts to get back up to full health. You want to be a boy and jump across, take a hit, go in the door. This room is where I usually lose time because the game will either cooperate with me or not. It really just depends on if the wall jump works correctly. So here we go. Hey! Alright. Looks good. Alright, now we're gonna fight this fox lady. The fox lady is extremely random. Unfortunately. Sort of like a 50-50 chance. I don't actually know what the coding of this game is, so I can't verify that, but it feels like a 50-50 chance of either... Oh, fell right on my face. Alright. Either shooting balls at me or throwing foxes at me. I want the fox to throw foxes at me because I can't do damage to it with my umbrella. I can only throw objects at it. That's the thing that I haven't really discussed up to this point because the wind umbrella is the first one that has that power. But when you hit enemies with an umbrella other than the ice umbrella, or the first umbrella that you have that I guess is just elementally indistinct, you can turn them into orbs and do things with those orbs. You can pick them up and throw them. And the way you throw them depends on which umbrella you're using. That was actually a fantastic fox fight. I didn't even have time to talk about the other half of what's going on in that fight, but basically, either throw balls or throw foxes at me, and then the bottom half, there's a 50-50 chance that I hit the proper fox. And there's no distinction about which one you're supposed to attack. They look the same. So that was great. Now we gotta come up here and talk to this lady. Plant, the guy that we talked to earlier, has been kidnapped by the army. I don't know who this woman is, but she's the one who tells us about it, and we gotta get on the Pickle Express, which is the name of the ocean crossing train. So we're gonna do that. In this place is called This and That Village. Or This and That Harbor. Anyway, here we are at the train station. That guy really had something to say about my movement. We gotta talk to the Ticketmaster, and he's gonna give us the old Indiana Jones, and let us know that if we don't have a ticket, he's not letting us on. Here we go. No ticket. So, we need a ticket to get on the Pickle Express. Before we do that, we're going to swing over here real quick and get some extra health. It's hidden in this box, but it's so quick to just swing over and grab it that we might as well. Okay, so, where would you get a passport to get on a train? Well, of course, we go into this bathroom and we talk to this man, and he's like, oh, you need a passport? All right, well, why don't you play rock, paper, scissors with me, and if you win twice, I'll give you a passport. So, I'm pretty sure this man has no actual official capacity with the train station. This is probably a fraud situation, but we're just gonna not worry about it, all right? So, we've got a passport now, and we're gonna go ahead and get back on that train. Luckily, this guy isn't even gonna look at us a second time now that we have the passport. We don't need to talk to him. We're just gonna run right past him. I don't know. Anyway, here's the Pickle Express. As you can see, it is a train, but it's on the water, so I don't know. I don't know how you would define what type of vessel it is. While we're on the Pickle Express, we're going to talk to this guy. He's going to give us a free, he calls it a pickle lunch, whatever that means, but it's going to refill our health to full. That's just the same as resting at an inn, so you see how much time it takes to rest in an inn and what I've been skipping all this time. While we're here, we're also going to talk to the shopkeeper. Oh no! He's explaining us full meds again. No, sir. There we go. And we're going to buy a potion and a life orb. Excuse me? Oh, don't be like this. Oh. Wow. So much menuing. There we go. And now we're going to have a section that I can't speed up. This is the karaoke section of the run. We encounter our tank friend again. He's going to sing us a song. And we just have to experience it together. This moves a lot faster in the Japanese version. I feel like it moves sort of with the music, whereas this is just kind of like slowly crawling in, and it's not on beat with anything. He's got a little microphone. He's got a little kimono. I don't know. This is, I suppose it's supposed to be charming. I didn't feel particularly charmed the first time I experienced it, and I definitely have not experienced it to be extra charming as we move on, but we have to remember that dreams are the greatest enemy under the sun. I think that's the one takeaway from this run. Dondera tank. Alright. We got through it. Now they're going to have an argument about the fourth wall. They apologize for wasting the player's time, which, apology not accepted. Oh, now he's in battle mode. We gotta take it seriously. Run up to him, slap him in the face, run through him. Alright. Attack achieved. Oh, a lot of rhythm there. Oh, almost. Right. Wow, bro. So that tank is actually a tough fight. You can see he hit me twice and took out half my health. If you don't know what you're doing, this is a point in the run where if you haven't been getting the health and defensive upgrades, the bosses really have the capacity to take you down. Now we're under attack by pirates. This is the Emperor, by the way. This is the main villain of the game. Dave, we can't let those pirates get away with us. Alright. I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to keep moving on. You could go back to the left and heal. I'm not going to do it. Hey. Oh, we got birded. Okay, so if I get sniped by another bird, it's going to use up my life orb. There's a reasonable chance it'll happen. Right there. Oh! Dodged. No, sir. Not today. If you read that sign, it's just like, oh, wow, this is embarrassing. What'd you do jumping over here for, idiot? And you're like, oh, okay. Thanks, game. So I clear that guy out for lag reduction. This screen slows down something fierce. There's just too much going on, so I'm clearing out an enemy, picking up a coin, and yeah, that was good lag reduction. Oh, wow. Now we're going to meet the Shark Lady. Shark Lady is a gatekeeper of the run. She is really easily the toughest thing that we've faced up to this point. Hopefully it'll be okay. I've got these healing things, so probably it's just going to use up my life gem, which is alright. Yeah, there it is. So she's got a random pattern. She'll either jump toward you or flip water in your face. And, you know, rather than worry about trying to actively predict what she's going to do, I'm just going to tank damage and go through it. And now we've been eaten by a whale. We're having this conversation with the Emperor, who, remember, is the villain of the game, who's now going to ask to join our party because they're so unsure of what to do inside this whale. So now we have 4 party members. We're not going to use the Emperor at all. If we do, it's completely accidental and it's just like a input failure. The Emperor's power is to stand still and shoot fire out of their stomach, which clearly does not have a functional speed purpose, so we do not want to use that at all. Okay, real quick, come over here, this teapot building, and get our next umbrella. Up to this guy's house. My notes call this guy Beardman. I don't actually know what his name is. We check his stove for an attack point. You can also check his toilet for $80 if you want. I don't have a route where I need $80 at this point, but if for some reason you needed $80, check the toilet. So, this is Beardman, and Beardman is going to make us a flute so that we can get out of this whale. We gotta play a lullaby for some sharks. But in order to make us that flute, we need to go get the materials for him to make the flute. So that's what we're gonna go do. Up here and grab this. Okay, that lady moved in a way that I was not satisfied with. That's fine. Okay, before this screen starts, I'm going to equip my next umbrella, which is the Fire Umbrella. It has no special powers, it's just stronger, and a jewel. You haven't seen the jewel in action yet, but what the jewel does is it lets you leave an area immediately. So as soon as we get the materials that we need from this area, we are going to go ahead and get out of town. So there you go, you saw also that the Fire Orb's ability, Fire Umbrella's ability with orbs, is to pick up the gems and kind of like have them trail behind you and home in on enemies. There's our bone rock. So now we're going back to Beardman, and we're going to ask him to make us this flute so we can play the song for the sharks. A sick Jethro Tull solo. Can't mash through this section, so we just gotta enjoy it together. Bim bam done. Okay. I'm gonna equip that immediately. Remember what I said earlier about the routing for health is what changes from run to run. Right now I'm just thinking about how I'm down to a potion because I lost my life gem. Enjoy the flute music, you'll never hear it again. Those cloud enemies are a menace. If you bump into them, they'll cause either poison or confusion. Both are stats that we do not want. And this is a tough area, but it has great music. Huh, didn't eat my jump. Ooh, and we didn't get sniped. Ooh, that was good movement. Water physics are pretty bad in this game. We want to try to stay out of the water as much as possible. Oh. switch the girl real quick. Half of my party members can't swim, so they will just kind of float in the water, and you gotta switch to another party member before you can move. You can catch the current of these little pipe things and move a little faster. Oh, okay. Well, some water physics got me. So the bird and the girl can't swim, I think. I don't know, I try to just be the boy here. The Dave boy. That's fine. You can theoretically land on, like, the outside pixel of that platform and not take damage there, but good luck. Good luck trying to make that happen with the hitboxes in this game. Alright, so we are going to fight Shark Woman again. After this long dialogue exchange. What are they talking about? I don't know. You decide. Remember, we are still inside a whale. There's a tower inside this whale, and we were trying to get out of the whale by coming to this tower after playing a song for some sharks. And for some reason, we had to go into this tower in order to leave the whale. Okay, gotta remember, I have a potion, not a life orb. So if I want to heal myself, I need to actively use that item. So this is more or less the same fight as the previous time, so it's just as dangerous. Okay. That time, instead of just tanking the damage, I chose to kind of take it easy and watch her patterns a little bit. Alright, Shark Woman is out of here. Yes, the Emperor did flirt with us, with literally everyone in the party. The penguin, the girl, the boy. It's fine. We just immediately leave that town. I'm not even entirely sure why it forces us to go there, but we're just going to immediately get out and go to the next town. Oh, this is not correct. Sorry. Now we're going to meet everybody's favorite character. This is Wipes. I'm Wipes. We're gonna go on a little side quest that has nothing to do with the main narrative of the game. This is kind of where the story just is not sure where to go after we got out of that whale. Remember, like, the whole arcing narrative is that we're gonna go fight an army with our umbrella. But for some reason, we encounter these village people, and they want us to go to this cave to the north and interact with a Yeti. So we're going to do that. Let's see. My health is extremely low, so I might take an intentional or not intentional death. We'll see. Depends on how spicy we're feeling. Oh, wow, that was something special. We're gonna wait. I have never successfully got through that top area without taking damage, so rather than risk it, we're just gonna take it easy. This is a maze, but don't worry about it. If you know what you're doing, just maze on, bro. We haven't even talked about it yet, but this girl jumps 1 pixel lower than the boy, which makes her unable to climb those types of platforms. So her movement is pretty limited, and that's why we don't use her a lot of the time. They just, like, decided it's too powerful for her to have a slide and a wall kick, so she needs to just jump slightly lower. And it's not even, like, visibly distinct that that's the problem, and so you're, like, sitting there and you're like, why can't I make any jumps? It's just because she just is slightly worse. Alright, here's this Pokemon. We're just going to interact with it for a bit. And it'll calm down. Don't worry about it. There you go. Like I said, this section is particularly odd in that it's not... Like, you have to do it to progress the story because it's a linear story. But, like, what we're doing here has nothing to do with the main part of the narrative. So, we just come over to this cave and meet this creature, and we did it, and we can go back to town. Unfortunately, while we were gone, all the people got turned to stone. Except Mip's here, because she's really good at hide and seek. So we're going to take Mip to the previous town and have a little bit of a narrative dump again, where people are going to tell us that there's only one solution to being turned to stone, and it's eating ice apples, but unfortunately ice apples have gone extinct. But this dude who happens to be standing in the background is like, actually, I know where to find ice apples. So we're going to go to this mountain to look for the last remaining ice apple so we can save the people. Immediately pop back into the church and get this new umbrella. It'll equip right away. This screen has literally no consequences. I'm really not sure why it's here. Absolutely nothing. Like, if you jump, I guess you can take damage from those birds, but just run to the right. Like, there's no reason to do anything else. That's a speed strat. There's Waterfall 1. See if I can get through without taking damage. Oh! Okay, we'll just wait there. Nice try. Oh! No! Well, that's fine. If I would have taken that poison damage, I would have had to redo the screen, and I would have been pretty sad about it. So I will just immediately bump into this rainbow cat. This cat girl shoots rainbows at us, and she says she's the sister of the shark woman, however that works. Okay. Game just straight up refused to read my input, and that's fine, I guess. Still doing it. There we go. That happens quite a bit when you're trying to float with the umbrellas. It just says, no, we're not doing that. There we go. Rainbow Cat there is the character that turned all of the villagers to stone. She's so mad about what happened inside the whale. Oh, you thought she was gone, but she's not gone. Oh no! Wall kick girl! And then we fall off a waterfall, which is, you know... It's a trope, let's face it. It's a trope. Just fall off a waterfall. Alright. We wake up in bed. That guy's just watching us from the corner. It's fine. We briefly met this character earlier when he one-shotted the tank. I'm actually not really sure what his motivation is. We're going to get a little bit more of his backstory later. Don't worry about it. He's just some Yu-Gi-Oh character, that's all. Alright, so my health is atrocious. I'm going to keep going. Waterfall 2 is, I think, the most treacherous platforming section in the game. And we might see why in a second. I'm gonna be a little quiet here while I just try to not screw it up. Hell! Okay. So that dude, if he touches me, sure. Alright. He causes poison. My attack went straight through that other dude who was shooting at me, which happens a lot. So that bird that's flying around me is confusion, so now my controls are reversed. I can deal with that, but the poison would have killed me and made me reset the screen, which would have been a pretty big time loss. All things considered, that wasn't bad. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a death. Ice physics carried me away from that guy to let me not take a death immediately. This area has ice physics. All that ice physics really mean in this context is that your jumps kind of carry you forward more than they should. We're going to switch back to the ice umbrella, because remember, it creates blocks whenever you... okay. Yeah. Let's just come down here. Alright. Whenever you hit these little dotted outline areas, we only see those in 2 different parts of the game, so it's not a thing that you're going to pay any attention to outside of this. And we just got the ability to cling to walls. Excuse me. So we did that. Alright, we're going to switch away from the ice umbrella, because remember, it's weaker. Every new umbrella you get does more damage. Smack those clouds around, because they are a problem, and I don't want to be poisoned or confused. Speaking of problems, my health is low again. That's just going to continue to be a thing until I rest in an inn or use a potion. I think I can take 1 hit from the refight on this cat girl. And now there are ice physics. It's mostly the same fight, except there's ice physics. Okay. Yeah, alright, good. Okay. Oh! You got me. I tried to go in for the last hit, and I got sniped by a rainbow. Okay. Rainbow Cat is gone. She's out of here. I'm down to 1 heart. If I would have taken 1 more hit, then I would have had to redo the fight, and that would have been very sad. Oh no, the last remaining ice apple. What are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna go talk to that Yeti that we saw earlier, and it's going to tell us where to find more ice apples, obviously. That's the whole reason we did that part of the side quest, is so that we could have some... have our penguin talk to this bear, and that's going to tell us where we needed to go to find the apples that can deal with petrification. So this area is mostly nothing. I don't exactly know why this exists, but this part of the game is going to introduce... Excuse you? Can you not grab that? Alright, well, I just learned something new. Alright. Tried out some new movement, and it was a mistake. So, this screen introduces the push mechanic, which only exists on this screen. We're going to push this O-shaped rock around, and we just have to keep pushing it to the right. That's the tech. This is peak gameplay. Alright, we're done with the push mechanic. That was the final test to prove that we were worthy of finding the ice apples. We did it! So we went on that little side journey there just to unstone everybody. We hold hands and have a touching moment, and we're back to the main narrative. Immediately leave that down. Head back to this town. This is one of the portions in the game where it just does not tell you what to do. But you want to come over here to this church and talk to the priest in this church, and he's going to tell you to go to the castle, the place where the Emperor, who's the main villain of the game, he's like, oh yeah, you should go face off against that Emperor. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and rest this inn. This is a time loss. You can see how much time it costs to rest in an inn, and I've been avoiding it the whole game. It's not a static time loss. It depends on how much time it takes you to walk to an inn. So I can't say like it definitively always costs 20 seconds or something like that. It can cost like 20 seconds. It's pretty bad. But I was down to 1 heart, and I've been picking up health upgrades this whole time. I'm doing a pit stop here in this church to pick up the next umbrella. And we are going to move on through this next area. Ignore this entirely. We have to go in and then immediately leave. And now we're at the Emperor's Castle. You might think we're at the end of the game. We're not at the end of the game. We're gonna slap this guy. Try to not get sniped along the way. Nice. Hit him twice because there's a bird right there. Oh! That lag. Okay, we did it. We're now going to meet our primary nemesis, who hasn't made an appearance yet. If you thought that any other character was our nemesis up to this point, you were wrong, because it was this dinosaur in armor all along. He's our main foe, and he just one-shots everybody. Yep, nope. Fool's errand. We gotta get out. Tactical retreat. What would you do if you faced off against a dinosaur wearing armor? Okay, so we have to talk to this hairy man. He's gonna ask if we want to save our progress. We don't. Then we gotta talk to this guy. If you didn't have full health, you'd have to rest of the inn here. So that was the reason why I healed up earlier. You know, obviously, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I would have had to rest in the inn one way or another. But it was safer to do it earlier. Now we have this flashback sequence. I really love this moon effect. We're only going to see it on this screen, but it's pretty cool. The way he is in shadow when he's in front of the moon. Alright. So yeah, now we're learning the backstory of this Yu-Gi-Oh character. It's not that impressive. He's telling us how he went to the castle earlier and met the princess and got involved with the umbrella narrative. We gotta stop and wait and fight that guy. If you try to go toward him at all, you will fall down and it'll cost you like 20 seconds. It's pretty embarrassing. I like how this game is about umbrellas, and for how important it is to the narrative, they didn't bother to animate anyone being able to hold an umbrella correctly. So it's just kind of like Velcroed to her hip. It's just kind of like it's protruding towards this guy, and we carry on. Gonna make a daring run across these chandeliers. Alright, we did it. I'm gonna take 3 hits here, I guarantee it. 3 hits, come on. Yeah, 3 hits. Oh no! I told you, it's our ultimate foe again. What does the dinosaur in armor do? He one-shots everyone. Once again, they did not bother to animate the dinosaur having the ability to grasp the umbrella. It's just kind of like stuck to the tips of his claws. Embarrassing. We're now in the umbrella room. This is maybe a narratively important section, but we're not here for very long, so don't worry about it. I can't skip this text. We gotta just enjoy it. Lobster bisque. Alright. So the Emperor's trying to unlock the magical powers of the umbrella, and in doing so, apparently sends it to Japan, which kicked off our narrative in the first place. Flashback over. We achieved greatness. And now everyone's going to tell us that we're extremely weak, and we can't fight the Emperor, and we're going to have to hit up the dojo and work on our technique. So that's what we're going to do next. This is the point in the game where you need to have $800. If you don't, you can't progress the narrative. So, oh, embarrassing. I hit right instead of up. Look at that time loss. I do, unfortunately, know this game. I am, unfortunately, the world record holder in this game. So, you know, if you're looking for someone who knows something about Umbrella, I am the Umbrella master, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to live it down. Sorry, so there you go. This guy will only train us if we give him $800, so we do that. But we get extra health, defense, attack, and the ability to stomp on people. Alright, so we're heading back to the castle, but with stomping powers in hand, we are less stoppable. Remember, I have no healing items, which is pretty bad. Just things, the way they shook out, it's just, I got kind of posed with a bird earlier, so we're just hoping that we don't embarrass ourselves. That's the goal. Get some invincibility here, run through. If you get caught by those blue orbs, they grab you and drag you down slowly. It's pretty annoying. Alright, 3 jumps. Under. Nice try. Alright, that guy got me. 1 bonk, that's okay. I tried to reduce lag, and when I stopped and reduced lag, it threw off my movement. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a new life orb while I'm standing here. I don't know what these are. Yeah, do I have a potion? I do not. Oh, I do. Okay. Alright, so I had a potion all along. It's fine. There's just like 2 ghost things hanging out in this prison cell. I really don't... It doesn't explain it. So we go to leave, and of course, we're going to be stopped by like an asteroid thing. Called a Magoon. I don't know what that is, but it's this. This thing has a hefty amount of RNG. It's got 4 different patterns it can throw at you. We want clouds and plants. We do not want to see balls. We don't want to see balls. I also need to equip my better umbrella. How about that? There you go. We got some wind. It gives me the ability to get more hits in. There's plants. That's what the other one we want. Oh, balls. So as you can see, I only got 4 strikes in instead of... Okay, that was interesting. Instead of the 6 I can get in with wind or plant. You can see that the Thunder Umbrella's ability is to pick up things and throw them in kind of like a wavy arc. Oh, there's the 4th pattern. Very bold. Oh, more balls, huh? I'll throw one of these at you. What do you think about the balls? You don't like it, do you? Okay, got through it. Very random fight. And now that we fought that asteroid, the castle is set to self-destruct. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. That's a point where I could choose to re-heal or not, and I'm going to be bold and just see what happens. Might be a mistake. That's okay. I don't mind making mistakes. Oh! Oh, wow. Salvaged it. Remember, all the hitboxes are extremely janky, so it's real easy to bump into those stupid spike things. It might still happen. It's also going to be possible to get poisoned here, because they're still going through the floor below that cloud. Not quite. Okay. It's time. We're doing this for Jeff Goldblum. Dinosaur does a ton of damage and has a pretty random attack pattern. I'm gonna be safe. Okay. So you can either do that bite attack or charge. The bite attack is what you want, but there's no way, as far as I can tell, to predict which of those two things he's gonna do. So you're better off just jumping over him and waiting. And yeah, if he does a bite, then go ahead and charge in. Start hitting him with attacks, but if he charges at you like that, he'll basically take you out with a single hit. So there we go. We finally got justice. Justice for Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh no! 10 more seconds! There's no time! Alright, we got out. I promise. Wake up in bed again. Yu-Gi-Oh! Wrote us a letter, which I think is a really odd narrative choice. It wasn't that, like, he conveyed a message to this penguin. He wrote us a physical letter. A little thank you card for taking out that dinosaur for him. Alright. We're done here. I'm gonna come over to the church. Yes, okay. This is another point where the game doesn't really tell you what to do. We gotta talk to Plant again. Plant is going to give us another book report, which we're gonna ignore entirely. You can use those in your inventory to just read some of the lore about the umbrella, but it's mostly what the game already told us about the umbrella. He's also given us some backstory about the Emperor, which is not particularly important, but we learn who the Emperor was before they became the Emperor, which, you know, it's called storytelling, all right? And he's telling us that we need to go find the Rainbow Orb, and we gotta go to a tomb to get it. Now, because I'm playing this English translation patch, we're going to have the letters E and D stuck to the sides of the screen from now on. I don't know. I guess translating is hard, and that's just the way it is. You can stop and reset the game if you want to make it go away, but we're not going to do that, so get used to E and D. We gotta talk to Saki, have a tearful goodbye, because Plant is taking her on the Pickle Express and going home, I guess. I don't know why they are going together, but that's just what's happening narratively. Yes, once again, if you came in late, I want you to be making up your own narrative for what's going on in this game, because it will be better than what we are actually being exposed to. I promise you. You are more creative than the writers of Holy Umbrella. I find this to be a peculiar screen because they made that art just for that one scene, and now... oh, I went the wrong way. We're going to the desert. So it's like, there's weird places where it seems like the game is really, like, half-assed, and other times where it's like, well, they bothered to make this screen. Like, they went out of their way to do something they didn't need to, but it was not... It wasn't like that impressive. It's just like not a good use, not an efficient use of resources. Oh, are you gonna block me? Oh, that was sweet movement. Alright, come over here. I will get sniped by a bird on the screen. There's, as far as I can tell, no way to avoid it. I'll still try. I always try, but I've never managed to. We're gonna take out these chickens. They cause too much lag. Ha! Well, okay. I'll accept that. Mutual destruction there. Now we gotta take a quiz from this scientist in order to get the item we need to go into the tomb. It's not that... it's not that big a deal, but if you screw it up, you'll feel real stupid because it was a jewel. It was Kern. This is the third question. Gotcha. Nice try, old man. Immediately leave this town. Okay, so we're gonna go to the tomb. We're going to equip our newest umbrella and the light. This is just kind of optimal menuing to do both things simultaneously. Now, there's a good chance I'm going to get stuck in this maze because it just happens. It's really easy to get lost because everything looks the same. But we're gonna try our best to not look like a fool. Come on. Drop. Drop. Be this girl. So I actually try to go slow here and not run through it, because if I run, I find that it's real easy for me to just forget what I'm doing. It's easy to go too fast in this maze. I will admit that if you play this game all the time, you would probably get better at that, but I cannot be bothered to focus on that one element. Okay, there we go. Switch back to the boy. Don't get clouded. Stomp. Wait for this one. An optimal thing to do would have been to switch to the girl and slide through there, but it's also easy to switch the wrong direction and be the bird, and it would cost more time. Oh no! It's fine. It was a psych out. I don't know why they would build this contraption, but they did. You had to slowly leave. Okay, this is the Sphinx fight. Sphinx fight. We're gonna fight this creature, and this sucks because those wings flapping is random, and whenever that happens, it's going to cost me time. Because the wings change the physics of the room and blow me away from the center, which makes it hard for me to do damage. Oh, I really don't want this. Yeah. And it's also easy to fall through the hitboxes of the mummies you're supposed to step on, and I really don't want them to be stuck together so I can alternate between them like that. You can also bounce on the ball that she's shooting. I'm not going to successfully do it here because just like the timing didn't work out. Oh! I barely got it. Alright. Oh, nice. Wow, lots of wings. And it's really easy to fall into the hitboxes of the mummies as soon as the Sphinx stops beating the wings, because the physics just immediately change on you. So we got the Rainbow Orb, which we need to unlock the most ultimate umbrella, I think. Back on the Pickle Express, brought to you by the letters E and D. now we're coming up on the final confrontation. We're going to take this rainbow orb and head back to the starting castle, where the Emperor has put up a barrier over the city or something, even though we can just walk in. I don't really know like what the details of that barrier are. I'm going to go ahead and rest here because I'm at low health and we're about to do a boss rush. Alright, we get a little more text here where the Emperor laughs at us and keeps asking us to join the army. Dave, what do we do? Alright. His body was in my way. Very rude. Alright. Boss rush time. We get to experience this roulette sound. And this very strange and intriguing background that they made for this screen. So I remember the first time I fought Dondera Kong. Oh, old. I did not have the ability to run. It's much more trivial at this point, because I can just chase it. Cat girl. Not quite. Okay. You can really only get 3 hits in on it if you don't want to take damage. You might go for an extra hit if you're just trying to end a cycle early, but I'm trying to preserve my health. Oh, lifted. So if we get the fox fight, which we didn't, we'll talk about the fox fight in a second. Back to the shark lady. Okay. So there's interesting physics going on with the waterfall where you can do something where you... Oh, alright. Here, let's go ahead and use that potion. If you jump through it, you can shoot upward. I'm not really sure how it works. I don't think the developers even know how it works. I think that they... I think that they just... I think it's an accident. But, like, you can use the physics of the waterfall to go flying upward. Hey, we're fighting the Sphinx again. So. Oh! Wings. Oh, we still got it. Nice. Nice. Oh, not nice. Rude. Alright, come here. There you go. You can bounce off the ball. Okay. You can't jump up through the middle of the Sphinx because it's got a hitbox. That's about as close as you can stand in the middle. And more wins. Alright. That was a reasonably good Sphinx fight. So if we get the fox, we have to switch our umbrellas. That's what I was going to say earlier. The reason is that, remember, we can't directly attack the fox with our umbrella. We have to throw orbs at it. And the Cloud Umbrella's orb ability sucks. It kind of like shoots in circles that spin out from the center, like Stone Man's ability in Mega Man 5. So we don't want to experience that. We have to have some amount of control. That was weak. We have to have some amount of control when we throw our balls at the fox. Remember, we want to see plants and wind from this guy. So there you go. I showed off what the Cloud Orb's ability is and why we don't want to use it on this next fight. So here, let's switch. Now, what you switch to, I think, is a preference. That was not bad. No. Remember when we first fought this fox, we had the wind power, and that one is a weaker umbrella, so it won't do as much damage, but you actually have direct control, like you choose what direction you're throwing the orb in, and it will go where you want it to, as opposed to this, where it's like kind of flying all over the place. So that's sort of the trade-off, is I'm hoping that I actually don't fail, but so far it's been questionable. There we go. Well, alright. And remember, this is totally random, if it either throws foxes or shoots lasers at me. Oh. Come on. There we go. Good. And of course, it wouldn't be a boss rush without experiencing our ultimate nemesis, which is, remember, a dinosaur wearing armor. So we're going to take care of that, and that'll be into the boss rush sequence. First, our Yu-Gi-Oh boy gets one-shotted again. We're going to give the Rainbow Orb to the Emperor. Just because of narrative reasons, we're trying to save the princess, and we need to do it by sacrificing the orb, I guess. So, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything will be okay. Before we start this fight, we're going to switch back to our Cloud Umbrella. Just a little bit stronger. Yep. Okay, sure. Okay, that's fair. I did actually bump into him. I'll accept that. Oh! Ah. Okay. Whatever. Bumped into me. What a bunch of nonsense. Alright, boss rush complete. And we are moving on to the final area. All right, at this juncture, I'm going to, I don't know, put out a challenge to anyone who's watching if you are interested in Holy Umbrella. What I want to know is the location of all of the things you can pick up in this game, because I don't know. I would like to make a 100% category for this, but I genuinely could not find all of the items in the game. So, if you are super interested in being extremely helpful and want to figure out the locations of all the items, I will absolutely do a 100% run. Get it up on that leaderboard. But no pressure, because I think the interest in Holy Umbrella is scant at best. There are 3 runners of this game. 2 of them, one of them is 7 years old, one is 3 years old, and mine is from the last like month. So, so the game tells you there are a number of things, but the game might be lying. There's no way to know. It might be a translation error, or there might just not actually be. So, like, you can see the health counter at the top. I think I'm missing 2 hearts. I think that's like and 2 bottles. It's something like that. So, yeah, I genuinely don't know where everything is. I went through every area very slowly, trying to like walk into all the walls and everything. I have no idea. You've seen several in this run that I just intentionally skipped, but there's not any. Another Yu-Gi-Oh boy there got one-shotted again. There's not any information I could find on the internet, like no walkthroughs or anything that tell you the locations of all the things. So as far as I know, that doesn't exist. So if you want to be the guy, you can be the guy who is the umbrella expert. Hey there, GB. Oh, really? Okay, ended up on the wrong side of the Emperor. That's fine. On the wrong side again. Wow. Alright. Final boss, here we go. This guy claims to be the Kingdom of Darkness. If you want to play a fun game at home, count how many faces this character has. Based on everything else we've experienced in the game up to this point with random chance and everything, the final boss is actually fairly lackluster. It's just like a rhythm exercise where we just need to follow the pattern. It does the same thing every time. That didn't say it's easy, so that I immediately took damage. I just wasn't prepared. So most of what I'm doing here is watching its knuckles to make sure I don't bonk into it. And then you just walk right and left, smack that thing. Yeah. Repeat this. That's gonna be the whole fight. So there you go, you've got plenty of time to count the faces. Okay, sure. I got sabotaged by hitboxes. Yeah, you can't unsee them, can you? You know what? We're gonna... Oh, no. I don't have a potion. Uh-oh. Things are getting real serious. Don't knuckle me, bro. Oh, no! Okay, well, that's fine. One shot away. Come on, Dave. You can do better. I've seen you wield an umbrella. It's mostly irrelevant because, as I mentioned before, no run of this in English is going to be even remotely competitive on the board because it's 10 minutes slower. We're still going to be well under estimate for sure. Yeah, they could have crammed more faces there on the thighs, on the wings, on the knuckles. Like other things in this game, it seems like they gave up halfway through. So it's not over yet. Time is going to end when we say yes to the princess twice, because that's when you would lose control in the Japanese version of the game. So... we have this little 25-second interlude before the run actually ends. The umbrella speaks to this boy. I'm sure it's fine. Dodge Bonto. We did it. It's one and time. Dave. So yeah, there you go. That is, by definition, a game. It's not particularly long. It's not particularly challenging. As a speedrun, it's more challenging than an actual, like, casual playthrough. But it's challenging for the wrong reasons. It's challenging because the game just, like, tries to thwart your efforts to just play it normally. You're just bumping into things. Like, the reason I took that death on the final boss is just literally that his knuckle hitbox grazed my hitbox. I bet if you watched the replay, I probably didn't even make contact with it. I took a death to the dinosaur last night in practice, and you could clearly see... it used a life orb, and you could clearly see that there was a huge gap between us. We weren't even touching, but it was like, yeah, you totally ran into each other. So that's all of that. I do not plan on running this game ever again. It was just a bizarre coincidence that I happened to do a casual play of this without anyone telling me to play it. I was like, I'm gonna try out this umbrella game, and then when Dave was having an event, I like to be ridiculous, and I wanted to submit things I had not submitted before. I would imagine that this has never been in any kind of speedrun event, considering how only 2 other people have run it, and it didn't seem like either of them really put that much time into it. So this might be the only appearance of this in any kind of speedrun event. So you are here to witness history. And I hope that we all learned from the experience. Remember, dreams are the greatest enemy under the sun. And yeah, if you want to submit to that leaderboard, I am unfortunately the mod now, so I'll have to watch every run, which I really don't want to do. But if you find my personality to be extremely grating and you want to get back at me for making you watch this game, speedrun this game and make me watch every run. Fill that leaderboard up. Run it in English so it's 10 minutes slower. But I genuinely would do a 100% run if someone could find out where the rest of the items are. I would absolutely like have a good run of that, because I actually built a route. My initial route of this was routed around picking up all the items, and I slowly whittle things out along the way. So yeah, we get this little post-credit sequence. We get to see the Tank Man one more time. He will not sing us a song. It's, I don't know. Like, there's charm to the presentation. Look at how much character is going on this screen alone, right? There are good things about this game, but the execution, I think, was just blundered. I think it was just by a company that didn't know how to make this type of game. If this would have been in the hands of a Capcom, or a Nintendo, or a Sega, or honestly, like, anyone who was not Naxat, it might have been fine. But it just has, I think, more cons than pros to it. But there you go. That's Holy Umbrella. I don't plan on playing it ever again. I hope that we all had some laughs along the way. That's really all we can ask for, right? So, I hope you enjoyed this contribution to the Japan block. And remember that dinosaurs wearing armor are always a problem. Alright. I'm gonna hang out for the rest of the day, guys. Enjoy this event. Thanks, Dave, for having me. And keep on keeping on.